Good morning and welcome back to another art video. Today we are going to be doing a jellyfish project. So the supplies you will need are a blank piece of white paper, big or small, whatever you have available to you is fine. You are going to need a pencil, a black marker, regular markers. If you don't have regular markers, just use whatever you have, and crayons. If you have colored pencils, that's fine too. Just use whatever you have available to you to color. So what we're going to do first is we are going to draw just a few jellyfish floating around. You will start with pencil first. I am going to start with a Sharpie just so you can see it a little bit easier on your screen. So to do the jellyfish, you're just going to kind of start off with like a rainbow shape. And then you're going to connect them with like a wiggly line, just like that. And if it goes over the edge just a little bit, don't worry, because we're going to fill that in. Then you're going to add this part of your jellyfish. It's going to come down. There we go. Now to make it look like your jellyfish is almost three-dimensional, you're just going to add a curved line that goes behind. So now it looks like those pieces of the jellyfish are connected. Then I'm going to add another one over here on this side. And you want your jellyfish to be kind of like a medium size. You don't want them to be too big, but you don't want them to be super itty bitty teeny tiny either. There we go. And then again, I'm going to add the bottom side to my jellyfish. Maybe a little shine mark too. There we go. Now it looks like I can maybe only fit 2, maybe 3 jellyfish on my project. So I'm just going to stop right there with my 2. The next thing I'm going to add are the plants and different items that you would see on the ocean floor. So maybe I'm going to add like a curved line down here on the bottom for the sand. And then I'm going to add maybe some seaweed plants that are coming up. So I'm just connecting them with like the letter V. If some of it goes off the edge of the paper, that's fine. You could do your seaweed that way. You could also do your seaweed so it looks kind of something like this. And then you just draw the other side to it. You could add some little movement lines so it looks like your jellyfish is moving around. You could add some bubbles. So I'm going to add some circles, a little shine mark, big and small. There we go. You could add maybe some like coral down here below. Add some of those little texture lines that you would see. Okay, let's just pretend that I'm done. Once you have your ocean scene drawn with your jellyfish, you're going to trace it all using a black marker so it looks just like a coloring book like you see here. Then you are going to get out your markers and your crayons, and you're just going to start coloring in those items. So I'm just going to color in my seaweed. All sorts of different colors. Maybe I want to use crayon over here on the coral. Color all of that in. Maybe on these like bubbles, maybe I want to do like a blue outline, and then I can take a blue colored pencil and I could just color it in nice and neat. Just like that. There we go. Okay, now when it comes to your jellyfish, you can just pick any color that you want. I would stay away from blue though, just because we're going to be coloring in the water, and the water is going to be blue. So I would stay away from that. And I'm just going to color in the bottom part of the jellyfish using the marker, but I'm using the side of the marker to add a nice thick line onto the jellyfish part. Same thing over top of the little tentacles that come out. There we go. All right, once you have that done, then you're going to take the matching colored crayon or colored pencil, and you're just going to fill it in nice and light. Because you want it to look almost like it's translucent, which means see-through. There we go. And then you can go ahead and do your second jellyfish. Once you have that done, then you can take your crayon and pick any color blue that you would like, and you're just going to color in your water. You can use light blues, you can use dark blues. Just be really careful when you get close to the jellyfish that you don't just color over top of it. You just want to color around it. So you kind of want to slow down when you get close to a jellyfish. Okay, now don't forget the sand down here at the bottom of your page. So I'm just going to do like a light brown color. There we go. So once you have your jellyfish project complete and everything is colored in nice and neatly, there's no white spaces left, and you have completed all parts of the project, take a photo and upload it into your Google Classroom. Hold on to it, don't lose it, don't throw it away. Wait until you receive your final grade. Once you receive your final grade, then you can do whatever you would like with your project. So I will talk to you guys soon. Good luck, take your time, and I will see you next time.